Yeah, the US have had 2 draws, which means they're on 2 points, Iran on 3 points, which means the US really need to win this one to get through to the knockout stages.
Oh yes, it's do or die for the US, and the game is going to get underway shortly. Yes, I'm in a bar packed full of American fans. There are Iranian fans as well. I'm joined by Jake, who is part of the group that's organised this event here. Jake, you're really nervous, aren't you? I can feel it.
There's a lot of nervous energy. I mean, you play for like 3-4 years for qualifying, and you try to get to this moment, and it literally all comes down to one game. So yeah, there's a lot of nervous energy, but I think we're excited and we're just ready to kick off.
Confident you can win?
I think so. I feel like if we can't beat Iran, then we probably shouldn't advance. That's really how it works. Look at the rankings, look at what we've done. It's really straightforward, win and in.
We were having a conversation about the politics, right? Here in the American media saying this is a politically charged game. We saw this in 1998. How are you feeling about that aspect of it?
You know, it's difficult, right? Because on the one hand, you want to support the players, you want to just focus on the game, but that's just not the world we live in. It's very charged. I think for us as the American Outlaws, our main goal right now, at least in the DC chapter, is to support the Iranian women in their movement as much as we can. And, you know, just remember at the end of the day that this is specifically about the players who have trained their entire lives to get here and to support them where we can.
Are you kind of split about it?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I have my own personal beliefs, but representing the organization, I kind of have to keep them quiet. I think that at the end of the day, no matter what you do, this was always going to be political. As soon as we were drawn into the same group, it was an inevitability it was going to be here.
We're going to check in with you again, Jake. I know you want to go watch the game. But just on the note of it being really politically charged, here at this table, I've got Kurt, James, Matty and Elijah. I'm testing my names, but look, I've really noticed the fact that you've got the Iranian flag, but tell me why that's important.
Regardless of what's going on politically around the world, sport has the power to unite all countries. So I can't think of a better place to do that here in the nation's capital. We're all just rooting for a very competitive game, of course, for the U.S. to come up on top, but at the end of the day, we're just hoping for the best.
You want the US to win, but if Iran wins...
Ooh.
Now I'm testing you.
That's 1,000%. Yeah, we just want a competitive game.
Yeah.
That more than anything else. So football just has...
I think you're being drowned out by Go US.
1,000%. I know better. I knew where I was coming today. I knew that this was a possibility. What more can I say than that, right?
Thanks so much, Kurt. I hope you can hear me. Obviously, it is majority Americans here, but as you said at the start, this is a game that the Americans have to win.
Right, and half an hour to go before...
Yes, these are hardcore American fans, I think it's fair to say. So this is Bobby and his mates who are watching the game in a really packed out DC bar. Mainly Americans here, I think we could easily say. What do you make of the game so far? The US is really pressing.
We're looking good, We just need a goal now. Oh!
Lots of near misses, close.
Yeah, really pressing.
This game has been so hyped up, hasn't it? I mean, first of all, the US has to win or die.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
I think we got this.
We got a lot of heart. We're already playing aggressive. I think we're going to be fine.
How are you feeling, Riley?
I mean, we know that this is a win scenario and we have to win, and I think that we can totally do it. So we got this.
I was saying to you before, Bobby, this game has been like, so much has been hyped up in terms of the politics.
Sure.
It's seen as politically charged. The second time Iran and USA are facing since 1998. What do you make of all of that aspect of it?
It's a game. It's a game we all love. It's a beautiful game, and I mean, it's all about solidarity at this point. It's sort of putting a lot of that on pause for now and enjoying it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ignore the fact what the 1998 game brought. So I think in the back of our minds and their minds, they know what that means. So they're looking for, I would say, not a revenge game, but justice. They want to prove themselves that they are here on the world stage and we can compete.
Well, that just to remind, the Iran beat you guys 2-1, and that was also seen as a politically charged game, wasn't it? So, okay, final predictions.
I'm going 2-0, America.
2-0, America.
2-1, America.
I like it. Riley's offering something different.
We're gonna make it different.
As I said, this is a do-or-die game for the US. They have to win it if they want to go through to the knockout stage. I just want to let you know also, England and Wales, another big game that's being watched, is also showing in this bar. somewhere. I can tell you there are literally 2 England fans here, maybe me including 3, but I'm an impartial journalist, obviously. The Americans are totally dominating in the bar.
Thanks, Nomia. Thank you very much indeed to your guests. Predictions of 2-0 in Washington, D.C. And I'm guessing, Nomia, the mood is pretty good.
It's very good, but it's also very nervy. Jake, I can feel the tension. You're quite exhausted, aren't you, already at halftime?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing quite like an emotional roller coaster of a World Cup. We're excited. We're hoping we can hold on here, but yeah, I mean, as you can hear in my voice, it's just been a lot, and there's so much nervous tension, and it's going to be a 45 minutes that feels like 6 hours.
How did you feel when Christian Pulisic, star player, got that goal?
I mean, I think I screamed so loud that they heard us in Qatar. So I have to run. I apologize because we're starting the second half. But, let's go USA. I love you guys. Thank you.
The game's about to start. This is how much they're desperate to watch it. I'm going to bring in Kurt. Kurt, you're watching the US and Iran game, and then you're flicking over here to the Wales and England game because, of course, if Iran draws and Wales doesn't win, it's over for you guys.
It's just because both sides are putting up a massive fight, both England and the US. 2 different stadiums, 2 different matches, obviously, 2 different circumstances, but they're both really fighting very hard out there. Obviously, the England match has a lot of significance to what the U.S. is doing right now, so I can't get enough. I can't get enough. I love football. I really do. This is the best of the best. It's a World Cup. What more can you want?
Thanks, Kurt. May the best team win. You can see the atmosphere, or feel it and hear it, and see just how big it is. For anyone that doubts, do the Americans really care about soccer as they call it? I call it football. You can be in no doubt. It's a huge moment for them. As I said, the England and Wales game is also playing here. There'll be a few England fans here. But if Iran does draw and Wales loses, I think, Ross, correct me if I'm wrong, then it's over for the US, and they are really hopeful that they will go through.
Nomia, thank you very much indeed. Nomia doing a very impressive job of continuing her trade of thought with some very enthusiastic American fans. They're enthusiastic because at the moment they're winning 1-0. That will give them 5 points in total, well enough to go through to the last 16.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, let's get some more reaction on the US-Iran match. You can't really take politics out of that one. Let's bring in our correspondent, Nomia Iqbal, who is in Washington for us tonight. She's been watching the game with some of the fans there. I watched actually the last few minutes of added time. It was getting pretty tight, Nomia. There must have been a few nails chewed tonight.
Well, basically, Christian, if Iran had scored, the USA would be out. And Jake has been with us throughout. I think Jake needs to lie down, quite frankly. You've been so nervous, haven't you? But you organised this watch party here. How are you feeling?
Elated, overjoyed, excited. Real talk. This has been a 3-month planning journey. We missed the last one, so a lot of us were nervous to make plans until we actually qualified, and the U.S. waited until the absolute last minute to do it, and then we rushed to get everything organized. We had no idea what the outcome would be today, but we advanced, and I'm just, even more happy than I am for myself. I'm happy for all of them who got to experience this, go on the journey. 12 years ago, I went to my first watch party here at Astro. Now I'm the president of AODC, and it's just magical moments like this, but I'm just relieved, and I want to take a nap.
We were talking earlier about the politics, okay? So it's not just about the fact that Iran beat you guys in 1998, but the whole thing about the Iranian flag with the Soccer Federation and the kind of the nature of Iran and the US, the fact they have no diplomatic relations. But what was interesting is so many US supporters have the Iranian flag on as well.
Yeah, so we made match day scarves for each of the matches, and we made, as a chapter, decided to print the Iranian flag with the symbol on it. Look, like we said at the beginning of the game, we asked our supporters not to boo the Iranian national anthem. Traditionally, some of our fans boo the away team's national anthem. We wanted to make a point to show its solidarity, and surprisingly, everybody was well behaved. But yeah, I mean,
you can't really take politics entirely out of sport, right?
It's hard because look, you want to focus on the game, but you can't. And all in all, I just really hope that people will continue to shine a light on the problems that are going on in Iran, and that, you know, we continue to give a platform to those over there who need one.
Thank you so much, Jake. I'm going to quickly get in. These guys have been with us, Christian. I think my eardrums have almost exploded. You guys were like the loudest, I think. How are you feeling? You next face Netherlands. Are you going to do it?
The U.S. never makes it easy. Of course, England has a 3-0 draw, and of course, it has to come down to the final minute for the U.S. side. We just gotta focus in and continue to play the game that we played today.
Netherlands, you going to beat them? Last 16.
They're a force to beat transition. They have very effective transition between the defense and the midfield and the attack. We have some work to do, but if we can figure that out, then yes.
Christian, I'll have actually some very, very ecstatic American fans here.
Well done, Nomia. Yes, go and defend those eardrums. Well done to the USA team. Tidy performance in the group stages, particularly that draw against England in the second game.